What is up guys, it's Cal, and in this video I want to teach you how to make a lot of money with Inscription. Now since Inscription's come out, people have kind of just left it in the dirt thinking that it's useless now since glyphs aren't really that important anymore. There are still glyphs, but they're all cosmetic glyphs, like how minor glyphs were before. Those are pretty much how glyphs are now. But there are other things that you can make with Inscription that can sell for a lot. Now I am doing a live recording here, which I usually don't do. I usually do voiceover, but this kind of makes it easier to tell you what's going on. So, let's bring up my Inscription right here. You have some things you can do. You know, you can make Dark Moonfair cards. If this isn't really, I don't think this is a very good way to make money though, because the regents are too much. Take too much regents. Obviously, turrets barely sell for anything, and then you can mass mill, which is nice. And let's look at Vantis runes here. If you aren't aware of what Vantis runes are, which a lot of people who don't have Inscription don't even know that these things exist. Like, some people in my guild didn't know until I told them. They are runes that Inscriptionists can make, and they last for an entire week, persist through death obviously, and they increase your versatility on a raid boss for that week by 1,000. And you can only have one at a time, so Vantis rune for Cenarius, I can put that on, and my versatility against Cenarius that entire week on any difficulty is increased by 1,000. And persists through death, all that stuff. So these are the ways that I have made a lot of gold. I've made nearly about, I think, a mil so far. Almost a mil this expansion, mostly from this. Just selling these. Now I have like nearly, on this character right now I have 1.7 mil. I have about 3 mil I think total on all my characters. Since Legion has come out, which it's only been a few months, this is what I've used. Or this is what I've done to make money. Now, how to get Vantis runes, first off, is that rank 1, which the ranks, by the way, decrease the regents that are required to make them. Rank 1 is got from killing the boss once on any difficulty. I believe it's like 100% chance. I think you can get an LFR. First time I did Emerald Nightmare was on normal. I did it before I was an LFR. Rank 2 for the Emerald Nightmare ones are a chance to drop off the boss, and then rank 3 for the Emerald Nightmare ones are gotten from world quests that pop up where you have to make the Vantis rune, turn it into a guy, and then he gives you rank 3. And then for the Trial of Valor ones, rank 1 is got from killing the enemy, rank 2 is gotten from killing the enemy, but it has a chance to drop, and then I think rank 3, same way. I don't have any rank 3s of the Trial of Valor ones. I guess I should add some of the rank 3s of the Emerald Nightmare ones are gotten through rep. Like, I believe rank 3 of Cenarius comes from the Wardens, rank 3 of Xavius comes from someone, I think High Mountain people, whatever they're called, I think they might have one. But anyway, so the best way to make these Vantis runes is first, since blood vendor is a thing now, right here, you can spend your bloods to make, or to buy regents, you want to buy one of these herbs. One of the herbs. Now, which one to buy? Well, let's look at the mass milling. Finjangle Jangle, or however you say it, that gives you rosette pigments. So if you just want extra rosette pigments, Starlight Rose, I would advise never milling your Starlight Rose. Just sell them straight up because they sell for a lot. I mean, they're obviously more rare to get than the rest of these. That is why they sell for a lot individually. The Aceral Seeds, the only reason for those is to mill them into rosette pigments, which is nice. Now, I'll get to Drain Leaf in a second. Foxflower, mass mill these, they go into Aceral Seeds, so essentially it's more rosette pigments. And then Ethereal is gem chips, and I can't mass mill Fellwort yet. Let's see if I can get super lucky in this video. If I could, that'd be amazing. To get the mass mill of Fellwort, by the way, you have to mass mill them in. You have to mill Fellwort in the Inscription building. You have to be in the Inscription building. Make sure you are there. And of course, to get Fellwort, do the world quests to get them. And milling Fellwort gives you a lot of solid pigments, so that's nice. And I have 5 more mills left. Am I gonna get it in this video? 2 more left. And no, okay, well that was a waste of time. Anyway, I assume mass milling Fellwort. I don't know, if it gives you something special, please let me know in the comments. I assume it just gives you more solid pigments. But to Dreamleaf, now mass milling Dreamleaf gives you extra solo pigments, essentially. It gives you these, let me mill one of these. It gives you one of these things, or two of them, as I just got, nightmare pods. Okay, I just right-clicked on both of them. If you right-click them, they give you rosette pigments and solo pigments. So extra solo pigments are gotten from Dreamleaf. Now solo pigments are the more rare ones of the two. You need both of them to make the runes. So I would advise from the blood vendor to get Dreamleaf, because they give you both. So there's a macro, by the way, I will leave in the description, which I haven't named Dranic Powder for because I use the same macro back in Warlords, but you use it to buy large amounts of things from these vendors. Because see, I can't shift click this. If I shift click, it just says buy that, whatever. Well, where is this? Where is this thing? There we go. It's /run space buy merchant item, and then 14 is the item number, where it's located, and then 100 is how many. So just note by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 14. 14th is Dreamleaf. So clicking this button buys 100. Oh, I don't have the vendor open, obviously. I was wondering what was happening. That bought 100 Dreamleaf. And I'll just buy another one, just because I can. And now, since I have all these, I'm going to go ahead and mass mill all of my herbs, except Starlight Rose. I'll mass mill the rest. Okay, so I just mass milled all of those things, used the nightmare pods, and doing the math, because I already had some solid pigments and some rosette pigments, I got 42 solid pigments and 555 rosette pigments, and I didn't even have that many herbs. Like, I could buy a lot more herbs right here. I have a lot of bloods, I don't know, I have them like pretty much all in my bank, but if you have a ton of blood saved up, then yeah, you can get a lot more than I can. So currently I can make 20 of the Emerald Nightmare ones, or 10 or 8, depending on what rank I have, of the Trial of Valor ones. So let's go to an auction house. Let's see how much these bad boys sell for. Okay, so I'm at my local auction house in Stormwind. Now this is where you're gonna have to do some experimenting to see what sells for more. Now I will say, I think I still have, I still have some Vantis Rune Thentras up, which I'm selling for 2.6k each. And these, as you saw before, I could make 20 of them. So that's, 50 something k right there. And it wasn't too difficult at all to get those herbs. Now, you're going to have to look at which ones sell for most and experimenting on what combination would get you the most amount of gold, because that's all we want right now. Now I will say, I had those Nethentra ones up for a while now, and they're not selling because Trial of Valor is a new raid out. So your Emerald Nightmare ones might not sell for very well. I'm just gonna, since mine won't, I'm just gonna look at the Trial of Valor ones. So just typing in Garm. Okay, those are selling for 3k each. That's pretty good. I sold mine for 800 gold like a week ago, so that's annoying. But that's how the auction house works. Things fluctuate all the time. So now let's do Helia, which is 1.8k, a little less. And then Odin, which those are not going to sell. I'm already going to tell you that. Sometimes there will be instances where there are like no runes up, so people put them very high up on the auction house for like 10k, 11k. I remember when I first made my Garm ones, I put them up for 8k. Didn't sell at all because I ended up selling them for 800 gold. So that is one thing to look out for. Maybe on your server they will sell. If you want to try that out, by all means, it doesn't hurt anything because you're going to sell them anyway. But don't expect to sell them for like 10k like this. So I'm actually going to make Garm ones. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Because I can make 10 Garm ones, I can make 10 Odin ones, and Helia, which I think sold for the least amount. I could only make 8. So I'm going to go ahead and make these Garm ones. I think. Yeah. And there you have it. I just made 10 Garm Vantis runes. So that's essentially it. Like, you guys kind of saw the whole gist of how it works. If you want to contribute to your guild, by all means, I mean, these are, well, 1,000 versatility, I think is about like 2%, or I think versatility is actually different for each class. It's weighted differently. I know for Beastmaster Hunter it's like 2%, because I've tried it. Maybe it's more. I haven't tried in a while. It might be more actually. But anyway, let's go ahead and sell these. I'm going to undercut the person by like 5 gold, because I'm mean like that. That's how that works. Actually, 8 gold. I'll be a little more generous. 8 gold, and that is the cutoff point. And put those up 10 each. 48 hours. I mean, I don't know if I'd advise you just completely switching your profession if you already have 800 to Inscription, because all professions make good money. I'm just showing you how Inscription is, because a lot of people have this misconception that in Legion, Inscription has become somewhat useless because glyphs aren't really a useful thing anymore. Inscription is now a very good moneymaker, and you can make the Dark Moonfair cards, which is always nice, because those are pretty good. But you can leave a like on this video, you can sub to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.